I have to say. When I met the Consul General about 4 weeks ago, he proposed that I do the program, an all-Armenian program, but I felt that it would be more appropriate to have composers of both nations, both Turkish and Armenian composers. And that's the way we are doing the program. Let me just give you a small idea as to what the program will consist of. I like symbols. I'm starting the program with Alan Hovhaness's Akhtamar. Mm-hmm. And I'm ending the program with Alan Hovhaness's Lake Van Sonata. Mm-hmm. So there you have. I think that would please both Armenians, and it would make the people, the residents of Van, very proud that, you know, their city, their environment is being commemorated, memorialized, or whatever it is. And I also wanted, since Van was a major Armenian center throughout the centuries, there have been many, many important Armenian talents coming out. One is Varashak Servanstians, who was one of Gomidas's students, and he's got some very lovely, lovely songs which are practically forgotten. Mm-hmm. And I was able to get some of them. One I got actually from Cairo. I got it from there. And one was given to me by Grigor Pidegian. Mm-hmm. The one is Siruhis by Servanstians, and the other one is Bajingo. And some of my colleagues who are also going to participate that day in the concert, Kevork Tavitian, baritone, will sing those two Servanstians songs, and Sevil Ulucan, who is a violinist, will perform Gomidas's Gurung in addition to works by Adnan Saygun. But anyway, you know, Van after all, Achille Gorky was from Van. Rupen Terlemezian, who has that very famous painting of Gomidas sitting under the tree, is by him. So Van has been a very fertile land for the Armenians. It's a transformational experience for me to go there and be there. And also I found out that the university where I'm going to play is the center of Van cats. Van cats, Vanagadu, as we call it, is mentioned so many times in Armenian literature. And the one that is most famous, of course, is Baruch Sevag's Anlreli Zankagadunu, in which he talks about Vanagadunere. So I've got to go and to the research center. There's a research center at the university and see what those cats look like. I might even bring one with me to New York and nurse one.
Sahan, obviously you are very well aware of the overall situation. Armeno-Turkish relations are being attempted to be pushed forward. There was the soccer diplomacy, there could be this concert diplomacy now. What kind of support, you speak about the support you did receive from the Turkish Consulate General, and why is there a change in their policy compared to 2007 when the suggestion was brought by you?
I don't know. I didn't know. I'm sure there are certain reasons. There's a change. You know, time is constantly changing. And for me, the most important thing is to communicate. And this is a way of communicating. You can communicate through words. That's diplomacy. You can communicate through the arts. That's the stuff I do. You can even communicate through your eyes. You can look into somebody's eyes and give a smile, and that's communication. You know what I do in the subway? Sometimes a person is looking at me, and you know, I feel that it's not the looks are not very communicative. They are not very positive. So I just smile back, and suddenly that person melts down and smiles back. And I think that's what we need to do between people, between nations, between cultures, between humanity.
Obviously, the date, September the 18th, coincides, as you said in the release, as we read it earlier on. On September the 19th, there is a very special church services to be held at the Surp Khach Armenian Church.
Yes.
What is the significance of all this weekend? How do you see the outcome of this weekend?
I look at it as a celebration. It should be a celebration. It should be a very positive experience for the Armenians, for the Turks. I want them to, as I said, you know, communicate. I think that the Armenian word haortel yev haortvil. You know, haortutun is not only a religious term. It has its own secular meaning also. And I think if we just take that word as an all-encompassing expression, haortutun, haortel, yev haortvil, I think we can solve all kinds of problems. Let's start with things that we have in common. Music is common. And then, you know, move on to areas that are easy, maybe more contentious, and see what we can find. And you know, I'm not a diplomat, so what do I know? I will do my music and try to excite the people and communicate with them and like them and hopefully love them and be loved. That's always very good.
When we speak about having a lot in common with the people of the area, obviously Armenians have lived in the area for centuries, and we can, honestly, looking at the overall situation, say we have a lot in common. Not only food, not only culture. There is a lot of history that was common of our people, and the past 100 years things have gone sour, to say the least, and we are trying to mend fences. And obviously it is the interest of all countries in the region to have peace, not only within themselves, but also with each other. So the whole neighborhoods, the whole area, whether it's Armenia with Azerbaijan, Armenia with Turkey, Armenia with Georgia, Armenia with Russia, Armenia with Iran, the whole neighborhood has to be led into more peaceful territory and times. And I think Turkey, the more we follow the history of the area, Turkey is really assuming a responsible role in that whole reshaping of the area.
Always one step at a time, and small steps, you know. We don't need to gallop. But the time is so long, you know. The time continuum is so long that we can afford the time to move, as long as the move is forward.
Hopefully the next step forward will be the opening of the borders between Armenia and Turkey, permanently open, where people could move freely.
That would be, of course, desirable. That's, again, a diplomatic problem. And
is there anything else in wrapping up this interview that would like to stress?
No, I'm just looking forward as a musical experience. I understand there is a lovely piano at the Van University that was purchased. You see, the university was opened in 1981. It's called 100. Yıl. 1981 was the centennial of Ataturk's birth. So, you know, that's why it's called the Centennial University. So it's they have purchased a nice instrument there, I hear, and some important artists have already played. And if you go to the website, actually, you know, it's a very exciting website, especially the cats. I'm dying to see those cats.